welcome to all. Today we have come together for the first episode of our series, Per Ardua ad Astra, reflecting on the success stories of our INICET toppers of Lady Harding Medical College. Our seniors have made us swell with pride with their amazing results in INICET exams conducted recently. Today we have with us Harding's Pride, INICET Rank 4, Dr. Kavyanjali Kundudi. Dee is from the batch of 2015 and she has a twin sister, Dr. Kanupriya Dee, who has also added feathers to our college's cap with an excellent rank in INICET. The team of Per Ardua Dastra would like to thank you for joining us today. Heartiest congratulations, Dee. Now I would like to hand over the mic to Tanya to get this interview started.
Hello everyone. I hope Dee is comfortable and the mic is working because I can't see Dee in the camera. Hi Dee, if you could unmute yourself so that we can see.
Anjali.
Hi Dee, hope you are doing fine. As we have collected a lot of questions from our UG, they are very excited to meet you, and a lot of them have joined as well. Starting with the first question, one thing you would like to carry from Harding.
Like Harding, in this 5.5 years during MBBS in Harding, it was a nice experience. Harding is actually a feeling which I can't express in words. Uh, After being in Harding, like I can't express in words my feeling about Harding.
Okay, that's very lovely. Actually, Harding leaves us speechless. We all are so connected to it now. Next question I have is some teachers of LHNC you would like to mention who have helped you during your journey.
All the teachers of Harding are very helpful. Like even the postgraduates, like the first year and second year residents, and even the senior residents, they're very helpful to you. Even during internship, during the posting times, they allow you to study. They during your classes, they leave you early. So like I can't comment on any one or more, but most of the teachers in the Harding are very understanding, are very helpful. They even give you advice during the preparation time, ki how to prepare, how to go about things, how to study. They all are very helpful. Even especially the first year residents who joined during our time, who were first year that time, they're very helpful. And even the professors and all, they are also very helpful.
I guess that's a point we all are count upon. Next question is how one should prepare for the exam and the ideal time to be dedicated for its studies while in MBBS. Any year specific study strategy you would like to mention?
According to me, you should start early, whether in the second year or third year, as in when you feel comfortable. The importance of starting early is that you can make notes beforehand, like before your internship or before your actual preparation starts. So that when you start join the institutes in either in second year or third year, by the time you enter an internship, you are ready with your notes and you have made like 2 to 3 readings of those notes. By the time you actual preparation starts for PG. And the main point is you should make your notes, like you should attend the classes like seriously, not like for the sake of completion ki mujhe karna hai, but seriously you should attend the classes. You should understand everything and try to learn the concepts more, like focus on concepts more as compared to just noting down in the class. So that's the point of joining the coaching early, so that by the time you reach the internship you are already ready with your notes. You do not have to make notes separately कि अभी दोबारा notes बनाने हैं नहीं, so that you are, that's the only point of starting early. And like every during the college itself you have your classes on second and on Saturdays and Sundays. So during the whole week you can revise those notes which are taught in the class on Saturdays and Sundays. And during the like from Monday to next Saturday, you revise the subject. Do not leave it as such. So next time when you go to class, you are thorough with the previous teaching which was there, which was taught in the previous weekend. So you can ask the teachers any doubts in the next class itself. So do not leave the notes as well. They do not pile up in your room. Also utilize those notes in that year itself. Keep during the professional exams also utilize those notes. And after reading the notes, you also read the standard textbooks which are told by your teachers कि जो भी आपको standard textbook पढ़नी है, along with the notes, read those also, so that you can grasp the concept more easily and more beautifully. That's the only point. That's it. I want to this.
Moving to the next question, B. Which MBA subject have major contribution to the exam, and which are the must-do sources in INCT?
The major subjects like final year subjects are must, like medicine, surgery, OBGYN, and pediatrics, and even the paraclinical subject like pathology, pharmacology, and medicine and microbiology. They also contribute a major chunk in the exam. Also, the non-clinical subjects like anatomy and physiology and biochemistry, they also play a major role. You have to focus on those subjects also. Like do not take them for granted कि हो जाएगा नहीं, but you have to focus on them. And actually, today's exam pattern is more clinically oriented. So they give clinical history in the question, and then they ask something about anatomy, something about physiology, something about biochemistry. So do not leave those subjects. Even the third year subject like PSM also contributes a major part in the exam. So these I also although these subjects they form a major chunk in the exam, but do not leave the short subjects because they are more scoring. Like we have 5 to 6 questions of each short subject. So if you know them, you can score very well. So do not leave the short subjects also. Like we have our ENT and ophthalmology. Do not leave those subjects. Even forensic medicine ka images, they ask a lot about forensic medicine. So do not leave those subjects also. Like you have to do everything, but these uh, big subjects, they contribute more to the exam. So you have to do these subjects thoroughly. But for short subjects, they are more scoring. Like if you know them thoroughly, you can score, you can get all the questions correct in these subjects. So do not leave these also. Like you have to focus on all the subjects. And main point is that just identify your weak areas. Those areas which are in which you are weak. You know you can't, like you are weak in anatomy. So give more time to that subject. Just make your those subjects more strong. So in exam you can get an extra edge over others. Ki you do not miss on those subjects which you are weak. So that's the only point. Ki almost all the subjects are important, but you should know your weak points. Ki these are my weak points. You should focus on these subjects more as compared to others. Like then those in which you are more thorough as compared to those in which you are weak. So you should mostly it's like you should focus on every subject, but you should know your weak points. You should focus on more subjects more as compared to others in which you are weak. But शुरुआत में you have to study everything, but in the end you should know कि these are my volatile areas. Just before the exam you should read only those areas. But you should know yourself कि मुझे क्या करना है या मुझे ये areas weak है. Just don't run away from them. Just face them. Just face those subjects in which you are weak. Just you have to start from somewhere.
Very well said, B. Next question is, considering the MBBS syllabus is very vast, and how do you approach the MCQs? Like, when is the time you started practicing the MCQs for subjects?
During the time, like in internship, you might like you should join like test and discussion wala series. So you are given 1 week for every test. So in that 1 week, you should prepare for the subject and start doing MCQs from the question bank, whichever you prefer, like DAMS or Marrow, whichever you prefer. Just do MCQs in that 1 week time itself. You should finish that subject in that 1 week itself. Thoda bahut which is left, you should finish that after the test ki what are your weak areas during that test you realize ki ye mere weak areas the, mujhe is pe zyada dhyan dena hai. So after the test, give one extra day to that subject only jiska test ho chuka hai, so that you can cover up your like mistakes jo bhi aapne ki thi. Main point is that, but do not like during the last 5 to 6 months of preparation, main focus should be on notes. Every day you should do 100 MCQs, like for those subjects in which you are weak. But main point, like during the TND, you should start doing MCQs. During that 1 week time which is allotted to you for preparing for that subject, start doing MCQs itself, because today's pattern is like integrated. So if you don't do MCQs, you would not like able to understand in the exam ki kya question hai, kya kahan se aapko approach karna hai. Like long stem questions they are asking in today's pattern, be it AIMS, be it NEET, be it next bhi aisa hi aayega jo abhi next year se hoga. It will be more clinically oriented. So you should know how to approach to the MCQ. That's it I want to say.
Very insightful. Moving on to the next question is what motivated you to do PG in Indian Medical College and not go for foreign college?
My main aim was to like to crack PG just after my MBBS, and why I focus more on Indian PG rather than foreign, because like main aim was that I wanted to stay with my family in India itself. I don't want to go abroad. That was my perspective of joining an Indian PG, not going outside. That's the only thing.
That's very lovely. Actually, we all care about our parents, and that's a great thing to do. Can you enlist the books, must do books, and the lectures you took during your preparation?
Like during professional exams, I read most of like standard textbooks, like yeah, some Indian authors. Like during for anatomy, I read B.D. Chaurasia, and for physiology, I read Guyton. For biochemistry, I read S.K. Gupta, I think. And for next year, like second year subjects, for pathology, I read Robbins. For microbiology, I read Anand Narayan, and for pharmacology, I read I think S.K. Sharma or something like was like that. I don't know exact name. And for forensic medicine, I read Reddy. And for next year, like third year subjects for ophthalmology, I read ophthalmology ka book ka naam I don't remember, but the Indian author book which most of us read, I read that only. Khurana. I think it was Khurana only. And for ENT, I read Dhingra. For PSM, Park only. And for final year subjects, for surgery, I read mainly Bailey, and I had Dr. Rohan Khandelwal. I attended, I had his notes. Like I studied from Dr. Rohan Khandelwal's notes, and some topics from Bailey. But I no other books I read for surgery. For medicine, mainly I stick to the DAMS notes, like Arvind sir's notes I had. And for extra topics, I read Matthews, and for some selected topics, I read Harrison's. Like I didn't read the whole Harrison's because it's like, according to me, it was impossible to read Harrison's in just only 1 year. So I read Matthews, and for some selected topics, I read Harrison's only. And for OBGY, I read Deepthi ma'am's notes, only nothing else. And some topics from like which were noted in notes and which were asked in exams, like professional exams. So I read from Datta and OBGY ka, I read Datta. And for pediatrics, Ghai is very good book. So read it thoroughly for professional exams. And for radiology and all, like they do not ask much questions, so that's we can complete from notes itself. You don't have to read any special book for that, for these short subjects like psychiatry. And for radiology, for anesthesia, that's sufficient from notes, because they ask only 1 to 2 questions in professional exams. And for preparation, main I stick to I had notes which I prepared during my second year itself. So I stick to the notes itself. During my internship, yeah, during my professional exams also, I stick to notes itself. And additionally, I did MCQs during my internship only. During that, like I told you, during that 1 week period, you have to do MCQs. That I did. And additional books like and I took Marrow ka Plan B, in which we had DQB and test series wala. So I didn't took videos wala Plan C because like I already had DAMS notes, so I didn't want I had to make separate notes from that videos only. So I took Plan B, in which we had a DQB and test series only, and that's the only thing I did. But mainly during like preparation, do not go with the books and all, but mainly stick to the notes. Like बाकी as per your convenience you can do कि जो भी आपको जहाँ से like पता है कि आप कर सकते हो. And mainly I stick to the notes during my preparation only. Like during my internship, whole internship and 6 months thereafter, I stick to the notes only. That's it I did.
Thank you, Dee. I hope everyone have noted all the books because they'll be needing them. Moving on to the next question. How many hours on an average you put during studies?
On an average, like around 12 to 14 hours, like on an average. Like after internship, because during internship we have very heavy duties, so we can't get time. Based on the time जितना मिल रहा है उस time उतना, but after internship, like past 6 months, I'm telling, on an average I will study 12 to 14 hours a day. And one more thing, you should take like at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep every day. You should eat healthy during the preparation time. And not only preparation time, even in these COVID times also you should eat healthy so that you stay healthy, so that you can prepare that, but take adequate sleep of 6 to 8 hours. Baki, it's not the time which matters. It's the like how efficiently you are able to study. Even if you study 6 to 8 hours, but if you are studying it efficiently, that's okay. It mostly depends on you ki how well you grasp the things, what is your retaining power, it only depends on you. But it's mainly how efficiently you study. It's not the time you give, it's the how efficiently you study. Even for 6 to 8 hours, that's absolutely okay.
That's great. Moving on to the next question, Dee. How did you balance the college studies with the coaching if you have chosen for offline one?
Actually, in our times, it was offline only. We had coaching on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturday after 2 o'clock and Sundays from 9 itself. So during those 2 days, we would attend the coaching, we would make very good notes. And during the whole week, like from Monday to next Saturday, we would revise those notes thoroughly so that like next time when you revise, it would be easier to you and you could remember things more. So it would थोड़ा सा it would be heavy कि हाँ कई बार मन करेगा कि छोड़ देते हैं, नहीं जाते हैं, बाद में नोट्स बना लेंगे, बट नहीं अभी थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता है करना, बट स्टिल यू हैव टू डू इट. और करना है, मतलब थोड़ा सा जब भी डीमोटिवेटेड फील करो तो यू टॉक टू सम लव्ड वंस और समवन whom you praise or someone whom you take as an ideal, but just do it ना, just do it. थोड़ा सा आपको लगता है कि नहीं यार अभी नहीं, इंटर्नशिप के बाद कर लेंगे ना, 1 साल ड्रॉप करके, नहीं वो नहीं करना, इंटर्नशिप के बाद नहीं होता है. मतलब कर लेते हैं लोग, बट मेरे लिए बहुत मुश्किल था. मतलब अगर इंटर्नशिप के बाद मैं स्टार्ट करती नया तो बहुत मुश्किल होता है, बट मेरे अकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट अर्ली, गिव योर बेस्ट, करो, बस करना है, लाइक डोंट क्विट एनी टाइम. कि हाँ ऐसा टाइम आएगा कि जहां पे आपको लगेगा कि छोड़ देते हैं यार, क्या करेंगे इतना करके, नहीं, बट करना है. just do it, just do it for yourself, do it for parents, do it for your friends, just do it. और
Definitely.
ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम लाइक बस ये है कि नोट्स जो आप बना रहे हैं उसको रिवाइज भी करना है आपको ड्यूरिंग दैट लाइक 1 week पीरियड. जस्ट डोंट लीव इट कि मैं बाद में कर लूंगी रिवाइज या बाद में हो जाएगा रिवाइज, इंटर्नशिप में जाके नोट्स पढ़ने हैं. ये कॉन्सेप्ट बिल्कुल गलत है कि मुझे इंटर्नशिप में जाके नोट्स पढ़ने हैं. आपको अगर जब जिस टाइम नोट्स बना रहे हो क्योंकि कुछ चीजें होते हैं कि हम छोड़ देते हैं नोट्स बनाते वक्त, तो अगर आप उसी टाइम उसको रीड कर लोगे अगले 3-4 दिन में, तो वो आपके माइंड में फ्रेश भी होता है और आप उसको अच्छे से रिकॉल भी कर पाते हो कि एग्जाम टीचर ने क्या पढ़ाया था आपको, क्या कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट आप अच्छे से ग्रास्प कर पाते हो। दैट्स द ओनली पॉइंट की करने, जस्ट स्टार्ट इट अर्ली एंड जस्ट डू इट।
That's very cool. Next, we have a question: Is did you prefer group studies or individual studies?
Like actually, I studied with my sister Kanupriya. So from starting itself, we both studied together. Like we only two studied, like not like in large groups. I don't prefer studying, be it individually or me and Kanupriya. Most of the time, me and Kanupriya studied together.
Okay, moving to the next question. All of us are aware that the environment in medical colleges is really toxic. When it comes to studies, how should one deal with the toxicity?
I know it's toxic, like the environment there. It's very competitive. It's very toxic. The professors they scold us every time. But like, don't bother about all these. You have to face this. Not during your UG times, even during PGs and even during residency, you have to face it and just find your source of relaxation. Ki whenever like someone has scolded you, you are feeling very low. Just talk to someone. Just do something. Just find your source of relaxation. Ki during during the preparation time, there will be times when you will be very feeling very low. Ki you want to quit, but just just think ki nahi, I have to do it. I have to do it for me, for myself, for my parents. Just think this. And the thing about toxicity is that you have to face it. It would be there not during your MBBS, even during residency, even your post graduation. Unless and until you become HOD for like in that subject, you have to face scoldings by everyone. If someone would be senior to you every time, wherever you go. And not even in Harding, in every college, it's like that only.
True. Next, we have a question: Is how much do you think attending all the tutorials, practicals, and the postings help in your exam?
Like in today's scenario, when the exam is more of clinically oriented, more of integrated, they are questions they are asking, combining 2 to 3 subjects. So it's very important to attend all your practicals like microbiology practical, pathology practical. That's very important, and even all your postings, be it ENT, be it ophthalmology, be it medicine, surgery, just do not miss those postings. Be like, I'm genuinely saying, miss your lectures, that's okay, but do not miss your postings. Those 9 to 12 AM वाला time, do not miss that time. Just go to your postings. उसके बाद आके सो जाओ, lectures miss कर दो, that's absolutely okay, but do not miss your postings. And try to take more and more of cases by yourself. Go in the evenings, go to the wards, ask residents there about any good cases, which like according to which is good. Examine the patient yourself, talk to the patients. You'd get to know many things. And like, just try to take the cases yourself. Like do not like कि कल किसी और को केस प्रेजेंट करना है तो मुझे नहीं लेना, नहीं ऐसे नहीं करना. जब just try to just go in the evenings to the wards, examine the patients, talk to the patients. You will get to know many things like which will be very helpful in the exams. Now they are asking more of integrated questions. So they give patient scenarios, patient ka lab reports, patient ka ECG. So try and try reading the ECG of the patient. Try to like flip through the files of the patient, ki whatever is the diagnosis. Like try to look at the lab reports of the patient. कि अगर patient को ascites का patient है, like jaundice का patient है, तो उसके lab में क्या है, bilirubin क्या है. अगर कोई patient उसका ECG अगर लगा हो तो ECG में क्या क्या findings है. Just go through it. And do not miss the postings at any cost. At any cost, unless you're very ill, you can't attend the posting. That's the only excuse you can miss the posting. But do not miss the postings at any cost. They will be very helpful to you in today's scenario. And during your internship, try to learn the skills more and more. Like, हाँ, I know कि internship would be very heavy कि the PGs ask you to do like कुछ भी काम, फालतू काम, but just do it. If they ask you to put the cannula, just do cannulations more and more so that while in your residency you will go, you don't face any problem like doing. And if someone is asking you to do like lumbar puncture, PG is doing it, ask the PG, sir, may I do it? Like, can you guide me while doing it? So just try to do things by yourself. Just attend your postings. Do not miss those postings at any cost. Those are very helpful in today's scenario. And not only for preparation, even afterwards, like when you will be joining residency, those will be very helpful. Ki you can uh, attempt a lot of questions. Yeah, even afterwards, you can attend like जो भी आगे आपका आगे भी अगर आपको लाइफ में बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलता है पोस्टिंग से, just do not miss them.
We'll keep all this in mind definitely. Connecting to this question, how did you approach? How should one approach the clinical question if we are giving our next exam before internship?
Like I know कि it would be slightly difficult before your internship, but like that's okay because before your internship also you go to the postings na for like medicine hai, surgery hai, OBGYN, you go to the postings, so there you can learn a lot. Like you can learn about the patient profile, patient ka kya diagnose, like just don't stick to the diagnosis first. First you take the history of the patient, do the examination yourself and try to make the differential diagnosis by yourself, and then you ask the senior resident or junior resident over there to discuss the case with you. Like I used to do that because the senior resident and the junior resident are some people are very helpful. They will even if you discuss the case with them for around 5 to 10 minutes, it would give you like an extra edge ki हाँ मैंने ये चीज discuss की है. You would understand the topic when you read that topic from the book very easily. And about that, how to approach a clinical question like before doing an internship, uh, like internship does not matter a lot कि आप अप्रोच नहीं कर पाओगे, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. इंटर्नशिप में वैसे भी आपको स्किल्स ही सीखनी होती है. अगर आपका जो क्लिनिकल एक्यूमेंट है वो पहले ही डेवलप हो जाता है अगर आपने पोस्टिंग्स अच्छे से अटेंड की है. तो फर्स्ट ट्राई टू रीड द लास्ट लाइन ऑफ द क्वेश्चन जो भी, क्योंकि आजकल लॉन्ग स्टेम क्वेश्चन यू कांट रीड द होल क्वेश्चन क्योंकि कई बार वो बहुत हेफाजर्ड सी नॉलेज देते हैं. तो आपको लास्ट लाइन पहले रीड करनी है उसकी एंड देन ट्राई टू लोकेट द की पॉइंट्स इन द क्वेश्चन की. जो अगर मान लो पेशेंट का एज दिया हुआ है, पेशेंट का एज है, मेल है, फीमेल है, जो भी दिया हुआ है, पेशेंट का लैब रिपोर्ट्स में अगर कुछ वैल्यूज मुझे मिल रहा है, ईसीजी अगर दिया हुआ है तो ईसीजी में क्या है, तो वो ये हो जाता है. ऐसे ही करना होता है आपको. एंड कोई बात नहीं, इंटर्नशिप नहीं भी की है पहले वो तो कोई बात नहीं. इंटर्नशिप में वैसे भी आपको लाइक आपको कुछ प्रोसीजर सीखने को मिलता है या कुछ ऐसा मिलता है, बट ऐसा नहीं है कि आप क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट नहीं कर पाओगे. तो अपने आप को डिमोटिवेट नहीं करना कि नहीं हम नहीं कर पाएंगे. नहीं, हो जाएगा, सब हो जाता है, वो सब हो जाएगा. बट जस्ट डू कि आपको जो भी केसेस बहुत देखने हैं जाके, जो भी पेशेंट मिल रहा है लाइक इन चलो just go in the OPDs like when you're posted during the OPD days also, no, you're posted in OPDs also. Just go take the cases yourself in the OPD, present to the consultants over there. Just do that. Or questions ka approach, try to do more and more of MCQ so that you can learn to know how to approach the long stem integrated questions. That you can do.
Thank you, Dee. Moving to the next question, as considering the COVID situation, how to stay motivated in the lockdown with all the classes and postings and practicals, and also the self-study we have to do?
Like first of all, your classes till 4 in the evening. So just attend the classes. नहीं attend करना तो अगर attendance अच्छी है तो मत करो. Lectures का मेरे according इतना कुछ खास रोल नहीं होता, but अगर आपको like clinics में you are posted, do not miss them, which I have told earlier also. And then after 4, take break for some time, do some like recreational activity, talk to your parents, do something else in which you feel good after doing. And उसके बाद start with the self study. Self study is like you should, self study is must. Even if you don't attend the lectures, you have to read the books yourself. Don't even if you don't listen to the teachers in the lectures, but do self study. Self study is a must. And and what else you asked for, Tanya? Extra self study, lectures, and
Postings and the
postings is must. Even if you don't attend the lectures, like seriously, just let it be. Do not attend. Just let it be. But do not miss the postings. Do more and more case presentation. Try to present the case yourself. Do not like it. Do not think कि किसी और को present करना है तो मुझे नहीं लेना case. ना examine the patient yourself. Just go to the ward previous evening and then examine the case yourself. Do not examine the case after someone has presented the case. Just examine it beforehand. Go to the wards in the evening. Even if you are like day scholar, go to home a bit late. And if you're hostler, it's very good. Go in the night, go in the evening. At any time, you can go to the ward. The residents there are very helpful. They are ready to help you at any time. Like we used to go in the evening. Like in every evening, I used to go to the ward, just talk to the residents there, just talk to them regarding any good case which they can like they will tell you कि ये case ले लो ये तो just take it, just ask the residents there, just talk to the patients there, just see the reports of the patient, look at the files of patient, just do not miss on those postings wala part. Lectures you can like you do not want to attend, just don't attend. That is a like that depend on your attendance. If your attendance is good, just you can miss on those lectures also. But postings, I would say just attend them wholeheartedly. Just attend the postings. Do not miss them. Do not hesitate to ask even a silly questions to to your professor or the resident who is taking your class. You can ask. They won't feel कि हाँ इसे कुछ नहीं आता कैसा सा पूछ रही है. They won't feel like that. If you have even a silly doubt, you do not want to, and just develop your skills to examine the patient. Just examine the patient कि कैसे आपको करना है, कैसे आपको abdominal examination करना है, कैसे आपको respiratory examination करना है, step by step. And like according to me, you should do ki like first like medicine में take I had our book Kundu. We have a BS Kundu. I think that was the book in medicine we had for clinical postings. Just take that book, read the examination in through that book, and then go to the patient, examine the patient in that serial stepwise. Because in the exam ये evaluate like they evaluate you on the points कि पेज कैसे एग्जामिन किया आपने पेशेंट से कंसेंट लिया नहीं लिया आप पेशेंट के राइट साइड पे खड़े हो लेफ्ट साइड पे खड़े हो they discuss about like they give you points on that like each and every step. So first read from the book the clinical examination, then you go to the ward, examine the patient, take history, then examine the patient, then try to make your own differential diagnosis, then discuss with the resident over there, about with the senior resident, be it junior resident, be it first year only, because they also know about the cases. So you can discuss from with them also. Don't think if first year hai kuch nahi aata hoga, nahi. Whosoever is there, just ask about them. Even the interns are there, they also know about the cases. Just ask them. And like even same in OBGYN and pediatrics, I would like to say, pediatrics may we had our book Piyush Gupta for like uske liye clinical examination ke liye. That's a very good book. So read the examination through that. Like and medicine and pediatrics you can overlap because they're almost same. कि अगर आपको पीयूष गुप्ता से नहीं पढ़ना है तो even you can read Kundu and you can examine that on बच्चा की क्योंकि there are only some differences in between a pediatric examination and an adult examination that you can highlight in your Piyush Gupta itself. But if you have done it from medicine, you need not read from Piyush Gupta ki the pura examination in detail because that's one and only same thing. Only differences you need to pick up. And for OBGY, go and examine more and more of pregnant patients for the like grips ka examination because they ask about these grips a lot in this AIMS examination, AIMS exams, and even in NEET they give images of the grips. Like we have Leopold maneuvers now, so that you should do. And in surgery, we had Das, like clinical book for surgery. Das, it's a very good book. Read first read the examination of that like you have abdominal swelling, you have to take a case of abdominal swelling, just read the examination from that book and then go to the patient, examine the patient, take history from the patient, make a differential diagnosis and then discuss it with the residents. That's only I would like to say.
Thank you. We will definitely love to try this out because I guess online CPR is not going to help us learn anything. Moving to the next question, what was your go-to activity when you wanted to relax or any extracurricular activities you love to do during college?
Extracurricular activities, I was not much involved in extracurricular activities, but yes, whenever I feel like low, like demotivated कि नहीं हो रहा है, I would talk to my parents, some friends, and some residents which I met during internship. Like so that you can you can tell them everything कि अगर नहीं हो रहा है तो हाँ, they would motivate you. So just find your source of motivation somewhere, some person, like it can be any person, be it your friend, be it your senior, be it your junior, be it your colleague, like find someone, because it would be very hectic during your preparation time or during your internship or even after internship, like during 6 7 months during the preparation, it would be very hectic. Just find someone whom you can talk, be it your parents, it can be anyone, that person can be anyone, be it your parents, be it your friends, colleagues, senior, junior, just find someone. Just do it now, but just do it. Like, do not quit. Just do it.
Okay, the moving to the last question I have. Anything you want to say to your juniors?
हाँ, juniors का I would just like to say कि भाई just do it ना. I just want कि सब करें, like सबको अच्छा करना है. मेरा ये मानना होता है कि नहीं, सब करेंगे, मुझे अकेले को नहीं करना, सब करेंगे, सब अच्छे हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं कुछ स्पेशल नहीं हूँ कि मैंने ये किया. आई एम जस्ट लाइक अ नॉर्मल पर्सन ओनली. But just like try to keep yourself motivated every time whenever you feel low. Just talk to someone, as I said earlier also. Just talk to someone. Just keep yourself motivated कि हाँ मुझे करना है, हाँ मुझे अपने लिए करना है, अपने पेरेंट्स के लिए करना है, अपने फ्रेंड्स के लिए करना है. Just think like that. And also do some curricular activities which I was not much involved in them, but just find your some source of relaxation also, like you want to play, you want to like. And one more thing, stay away from social media. You do not use social media like in an excess key that would hamper your studies. थोड़ा बहुत लाइक दिन में 1 घंटा, दैट्स एब्सोल्युटली ओके, बट डू नॉट स्टिक टू द सोशल मीडिया के लाइक पूरा दिन सोशल मीडिया पे लगे हुए हैं, पढ़ाई नहीं हो रही है. नहीं, दैट्स नॉट द पॉइंट. नहीं, दैट्स ऐसा नहीं करना है. सोशल मीडिया से थोड़ा सा दूर ही रहना है, क्योंकि ये वो मतलब उससे सच में आपको पढ़ाई पे इफेक्ट पड़ता है. आपको पता नहीं चलता कि हाँ मुझे ऐसा, वो दैट इज सॉर्ट ऑफ एडिक्शन इटसेल्फ ना, कि हाँ वो एक विशियस साइकिल बन जाता है कि नहीं मुझे, हाँ किसी का मैसेज आया, ये मुझे देखना है, या ये वो थोड़ा सा हो जाता है. बट जस्ट ड्यूरिंग योर प्रिपरेशन टाइम, स्टे अवे फ्रॉम सोशल मीडिया. Find some other source of relaxation apart from social media, like watch some motivational videos on YouTube itself. Like just find something and just do it. Do not quit. Just do it. Like you have to do it. And everyone is special. God has given some special abilities to everyone, so everyone can do it. मैं कुछ अलग स्पेशल नहीं हूँ या आप कुछ कम नहीं हो, सब कर सकते हैं और सबको करना है, मिलके करना है. एंड जस्ट ट्राई टू हेल्प योर कलीग्स. डू नॉट फील जेलस ऑफ योर कलीग्स. जस्ट ट्राई टू आंसर. ऐसा नहीं कि मुझे नहीं बताना है, ये मुझसे ज्यादा हो जाएगा इसका, या इसको मुझे ज्यादा आ जाएगा. नहीं, even if in your wards, if you know the examination, just teach the examination for to your colleagues. So you will be more like thorough with that. Na? You will be more skilled in that. Just don't feel jealous of your colleagues. Just help everyone. Just do that.
Thank you, Dee. Hope this keeps all of us motivated. Next, this is all the questions we collected from the UGs. Now that we
Yes.
have a lot of questions in the chat box, Arshneet can take over and continue all the questions.
Are there any specific tips that you would like to give for the final years who are going to give the exam?
Final year only, that's the only tip I would like to give. Attend your clinical postings thoroughly. Do not miss on that. That's I'm saying repeatedly. That means it's very important. Just do not miss on those clinical postings. Let the like lectures बेशक मिस हो जाए, क्लिनिकल पोस्टिंग मिस नहीं कर. लेक्चर्स में सो जाओ जाके, कोई बात नहीं, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. बट postings में you should be very thorough. You should be very thorough with the examination, very thorough with the how to talk to the patient. Just try to talk to the patient, because in exams they also assess you how you're talking to the patient, what's your tone, that's very important. Secondly, another tip key, that's the only thing, just revise your notes thoroughly. do standard books which you are doing like alongside the notes, that you can get a like easy understanding from the books. Just do it. That is the only thing I would like to say.
Another question asked is, which branch are you planning to do your PG in?
Abhi to I have thought of medicine or radiology. Mainly medicine I would take, but that I will think in few days.
Thank you, Dee, for answering all our questions. We hope you spread your wings of passion and create amazing things wherever you go. Thank you for leaving behind this great legacy for us and giving us the opportunity to interact with you so that you could guide us in the right direction. A big thank you to our audience as well for making this session a success. Stay tuned with us for the interviews of the other Harding rank holders. This interview will also be uploaded on our YouTube channel, Harding Chronicles. Thank you so much, Dee.
Thank you, Dee, for